Welcome back to the channel. In this episode...
So what happens if they cancel ours?
Well, there's a reason for that.
I'm going to wake up and Harry's floating in the lake. Closed for the winter.
You ever had one of those days?
Welcome to GetawayGeese. We are Stu and Jane, and with Harry, our Ford custom auto camper, we share our adventures. So join us in this, our rough guide series to campervanning in Ireland.
We wake up to a spectacular sunrise at our park up at Lough Derg. And is it me, or is that sign a little specific? And it looks like the fishermen that we saw in the last episode are back for a glorious morning on the loch. If you like our videos, help us out by liking, subscribing and hitting that notification bell. It's all free. And the second boat quickly follows the first one. But the geese and the ducks have seen it all before. And it looks like he's perfecting that move. And it seems like an energetic way to get your breakfast, and I wish I was that graceful in the morning, but I'm not. Well, today is Sunday and we decide to head back to the local village of Scariff to first pick up some provisions.
It's a nice little place.
Bigger than I thought.
We then head off around the loch, as we decided it's just going to be a lazy Sunday, simply looking out at the waters of the loch. This first stop would be a great day park up, but unfortunately there are no overnight signs.
You have arrived at your destination on the right.
And as it's early, we move on to a village up the road called Mount Shannon. And this is a great park up for the day, and although we can't stay overnight, the spot almost feels like we're below the waterline. And there's a strong wind today and it's making the loch a bit more choppy, and I just hope those fishermen are alright out there. There's a small harbour here and it's home to several boats, and it looks as if Sunday is a boat cleaning day. And we just spend the rest of the day here relaxing and people watching, and that is the beauty of van life. It gives you a conservatory on wheels. And although it's a blurred shot, we thought at first that this was a boat buoy, but in fact it was somebody swimming. And in the evening we find a deserted park up, a little further up the loch with no restrictions that we can see. And the beauty of Harry is that he's not imposing. The morning arrives and it's brought higher winds overnight.
So apparently they've cancelled Stena Line crossings to Fishguard today, both of them. You can see why. It's the wind's whipped up, and just at the loch here it's rough.
So what happens if they cancel ours?
We don't go.
No, I know, but when...
We stay in Ireland.
And we decide to keep tracking our way south today. And we really want to try and get a place that we can have a shower and I can wash my hair. And the road we travelled on yesterday is now flooded.
I was just saying he's in the same place as when we passed him yesterday on the way to the park up. But there's a reason for that. Unfortunately his playground's flooded. Poor thing.
So we head to Port Tumner just to take a look at the marina air.
Morning. We're feeling quite refreshed and energised. I don't
I had
know
a
why.
long sleep last night. I went to bed, sleep really early, but stayed asleep woke a few times. It was but generally I had a good deep sleep. It was quite windy last night.
It was windy, and we were quite low to the waterline, and we were quite close to it, even though my rational head tells me that there's no way that the lake's going to rise so much it can get the van. But then in the dark, my irrational head is telling me I'm going to wake up and Harry's floating in the lake. So I must admit, a couple of times I woke up and popped my head through to the curtain just to make sure that the water was where I wanted it to be. But it was lovely to hear it lashing against the pontoon. It was nice. So,
yeah, it was a really quiet place, location. It was. I thought there'd be other people there, but there weren't. There was just us. There was a fisherman who came in really late to collect. I was a bit worried about him at one point.
Yeah, we started to get worried about him. Yeah.
But he collected his car and his trailer to put his boat on, and he went off, and then I haven't seen anything. So.
The approach to the marina area looks quiet and private, and a few motorhomes are all parked up, and this would be a great place to stop, as we could have used the facilities and showers. And although it's too early to stop, we just wanted to check it out, as Stu has seen it in several forums.
It's like an air.
Oh, I see.
So that's how there was another one round the other side.
We decide to move on to the other side of the lough, where there are apparently other showers at Terryglass Harbour.
Turn right now.
Now the showers and toilets look locked up.
We've just gone to Terryglass Harbour, yeah, and apparently if you go to the shop you can buy, is it a waterways card?
It's a waterways card.
So we're hoping that we can get a shower and then we can move on. So that's the pub. Oh, they do takeaways as well. They've got a restaurant. That's the pub. This must be the shop. And they're closed for the winter.
Oh,
But
right.
she said there is port something over the bridge. She thinks they still have, yes.
That's where we were earlier.
And I guess this is one, and perhaps the only one downside of travelling out of season. So with that fail, we decide to press on and decide to head to the town of Birr. Now not far from there is a campsite that we'll try and get into if they're still open for the season, and take a rare night on a campsite.
Take second left, and then your destination is ahead.
I can't get on their website. I think this is a pay and display. We're having a problem deciding what to do today. One of those days. We were going to go into a castle at Birr. I think it's B-I-R-R. And then we find out it's like a family home. So you can only walk around the grounds. So I want to sit in their house, to be fair. We've booked into a campsite as well tonight. Need to give the van a good clean, I think. One of those days.
You ever had one of those days? I think what it is we know we've got to go home, and therefore there's I don't know, it's sort of a bit of a down feeling. So
We started off so well this morning, and then we've just suddenly gone like this.
What would you like to do? I don't really want to go for a walk either, do you? Do you want to go for a walk?
No, I'm not even bothered about a walk. I don't know what's happening to us.
Right, do you want to go and visit something?
There's a working... What would you like to see today? It's a shame this isn't interactive and you could vote. Would you like to see a walk? Would you like to see a castle or a working mill?
Should we go and walk around Birr?
I think so. You're coming for a walk.
You're coming for a walk around Birr. Sorry about that.
Seeing as you haven't voted.
It was a castle.
It's a paying display, so we've probably got a ticket because we've literally been sat here for about 40 minutes.
Get the security of the van sorted.
I'm going to do security.
You can be head of security.
I'm head of security. So don't watch because it's a secret. However, many of the shops were shut, and unfortunately this just adds to our pretty low demeanour. I can't even see Stu. I think he's walked through a neck-breaking speed. Where's he gone? I'm literally hoping I'm going to see a hand waving. There he is. Oh, and there's the hand. The hand saying go back. His words will be, I guarantee, there's nothing else this way, because it'll stop me dawdling up that way and then coming back.
Stopping down that one.
I knew you were going to say that. You just say that to stop me walking up that way.
Down there.
No, I know.
You can go if you want.
A lot's shut as well, isn't it?
Yeah, it's Monday.
But then Stu makes the great call to treat me to lunch at Kelly's.
So we consoled ourselves at Kelly's pub in Birr.
There's some great food. And to boot, it's got a great fire too.
Well, we turned it around. We had a walk around Birr and we weren't feeling it.
No, a lot of places were shut.
Yeah, so we went and had a meal at Kelly's bar, and the landlady was fantastic.
Superb. Great landlady.
Really great landlady, and super food, and it's right next to Birr Castle. And she told us we should have gone into Birr Castle because apparently it's one of the top castles
Yeah,
in Ireland.
we would have done, but when we came out, it was raining.
So if you're in the area and you're going here, it sounds like Birr Castle is something to go and have a look at. There's also the largest telescope that was there. There's a bit of a internal science museum. Apparently there's nice walks down by the river area, she was saying. Right within 50 metres of the entrance of Birr's is Kelly's bar. So highly recommended. Good food.
Great landlady.
Great landlady, good food.
Yeah.
I think if you're there in the evenings, it looks like she has music on as well. By the sound
Yeah,
of it,
they have
dancing
live music
and dancing, just part of what they do. So
What's it called? Streamtown?
it's called the Streams Town Caravan and Camping Park.
So that was Birr. Take the ticket off, it was €1 for 2 hours, so they never seem to rip you off, to be fair. Anywhere we haven't been ripped off with parking, have we?
There's Kelly's bar on the left. Yep. As I said, it's not that far.
Now the weather's not looking great tonight, and it's definitely very gloomy as we arrive. The site is absolutely deserted, and we're the sole travellers in this area. So we get showered and tidy Harry up before a game of Rummy Cub and turning in for the night.
Morning. We had a disastrous night yesterday.
No,
I had a disastrous
you had
night.
a disastrous
That's
night.
yesterday.
I had a very good night.
So we came to site to get a shower, which was okay. We had a shower.
That's one way of putting it. It was
a bit of a
not
bush
the best.
tucker in itself, but anyway.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, I asked Jan if she wanted to play Rummy Cub. I'm falling well behind in the series. I think it's. I'll tell you the score so far.
Let's know exactly.
It's a disastrous. So we have 3 games. I lost all 3, so it was 3-0, which was very similar to previous sessions as well, to be perfectly honest. So the score is at a terrible position. Jane 28 wins, Stu 11. Horrendous, absolutely horrendous. And every time I play, it just gets worse. So we're not playing the game again. It's a useless game. Don't buy it.
It's a great game. Buy it.
We went to bed early, actually. We were tired, weren't we?
Yeah, it was a real storm, really rained last night. I think they cancelled both ferry crossings from Lough to Fishguard yesterday because of the weather. I think there was a yellow warning in some parts of England as well, in the UK. But that's part of van life this time of year. It's okay though. We've got the heater blasting away. We've got the windows open as well, just airing.
Yeah, the only issue we've got condensation. Yeah, I know, but we've normally got our Karcher, which we're missing the Karcher. I'm missing the Karcher.
Anyway, so we're going to have breakfast and we're going on to a museum that Jane's found today that she wants to go to, which is a famine museum, I think it is.
Workhouse.
Workhouse and famine museum.
Yeah.
So that sounds interesting.
So with the storm having passed and the sun returning, our mood is once again on the up. And today we're off to the Famine Museum. And once again, with all the museums that we've been to in Ireland, it was brilliant, and we'll show it you in the next episode.
So thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this video then help us grow the channel by subscribing, liking and commenting. And we'll hopefully see you in the next episode of Our Travels in Harry.